Right, so welcome in. How we doing, everybody? Thank you, Akiri, for the early lurk. I appreciate that. We are about to begin a new game, sort of. Well, actually, I haven't played any of this series on stream, especially this version, but we got more viewer requests in that we got to do. We're going to check this one out for a little bit. This one, unlike some of the other games that we've done, probably not going to be a full playthrough, but I am curious to see it. This is going to be Alone in the Dark, the New Nightmare, on the Game Boy Color, specifically the Game Boy Color version. This is recommended to us by Bismuth Spheres 1990X sometime last week, so we're getting around to it at the start of this week. Should be interesting, though. This game, I think a lot of people don't necessarily consider the New Nightmare to be like one of the greatest games ever. If you're not familiar with the Alone in the Dark series, it's probably most famous these days for being basically a catalyst for Resident Evil, because the format that Resident Evil ended up taking when they made that first game was pretty much based entirely off of Alone in the Dark. You could tell from just like everything from the fixed camera angles to the tank controls to the way that you open doors and enter rooms. It's exactly the same. You see the little cutscene with the door open up and the walks through and bam, you're there. And almost kind of like a sense of a point and click adventure where you have a bunch of inventory and, you know, you have to figure out different puzzles, figure out where to put certain inventory and use it in a means that can get you access into new areas. So that's kind of what sort of started off the sort of survival horror kind of games that were into the 90s. And then it sort of got a reboot with the New Nightmare. This one was relatively late or early into late into the 90s, early into the 2000s, I forget. But they did this New Nightmare, and it kind of took a little bit more from Resident Evil, which was kind of funny. It was a little cyclical in that way. It's like Resident Evil took from them, and they took a little bit from Resident Evil. But the gameplay style was still all their own. I think it wasn't necessarily all that well received when it initially came out, but what was like really distinct about it was this particular Game Boy version, because they had done it in a way where it almost replicated, you know, pretty much exactly what the actual like home console games were sort of showcasing at the time. And the fact that they were able to do that on a portable console like the Game Boy Color was pretty astounding. So that's kind of why, as a little ground basis, as to why we're probably doing this one. I don't think Bismuth is here, so we can't get a definite answer, but that's definitely why people are interested in this particular version of this game in most cases. Otherwise, I think it probably wouldn't have been as popular as it ended up being, or at least as notable. Maybe popular is not the word, but as notable as it is in the history of video games. Let's see here. We're gonna pull this up, though. Give me just a sec. Let's see. There we go. Get our little background up. 2001, okay, so at least with this particular version, it was in the early 2000s. But I've played a little bit of the PlayStation version of this. I never finished it, and I don't really think I got too far. I've seen a couple people play and some streams of this Game Boy Color version, and it's fascinating, but I never really saw any like length of gameplay. I had half a mind to see if I could find a manual for this thing, just in case there's like any secret instructions and stuff. A lot of times when you have like these older Game Boy games, sometimes they'd have weird controls or systems, especially if things had to get a little bit more complex, because you have to remember back with the Game Boy, it's like it was only ever just the A and the B button and your directional buttons, and you had to start and a select. You didn't have any bumpers, you didn't have any triggers, you didn't have, you know, touch screen. So it's like a lot of the stuff that would come around later that would make, you know, more complex controls doable. Just was not going to be the case. I forget the placement, but I do have to press what would normally be like the circle or the B button, which is usually the cancel. But let's see what we got going on here. Just making sure everything's pulling up all right. Looks like it is. Ring, 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 ring. Carnby, I guess that's the character. Hello, Edward Century, or no, sorry, Carnby speaking. The text is very small on my end. I know I got a border around it and everything, but still, it's hard for me to read. Mr. Carnby, my name is, what is that? Aline? Cedric. Yeah, we got the wrong number. Sorry, wrong number. Click. What's up, Akuma? Welcome in. I'm an archaeologist. It's about your partner, Charles Fisk. Is Charles working on the case for you, Miss Cedric? Yes, he was. Charles is dead, Mr. Carnby. Murdered. Oh no. I'm guessing these are probably were like pre-rendered cutscenes on the home console version. I forget a lot of this game, because again, I've only ever played the home console version once, and not for very long, but that was usually the kind of thing. If you had like these portable ports, you tended to have just like screenshots of what would normally be like a pre-rendered cutscene, and then they just put the text underneath it. Sometimes, especially like for me, like when because like I was not keeping up with modern day consoles at the time, so a lot of times there'd be a number of games where I'd be playing like the portable version, just because like the Game Boy Color or whatever was going to be easier to access and cheaper than home console versions. So a lot of times I'd see like these ports first, and then much later on see the actual console version and find out what it actually was supposed to look like. Too many beers at Applebee's. Yeah, that'll do it. They got their happy hour or whatever. He's what? How? He went to a place called Shadow Island, that's what they call Applebee's in this world, to recover a stolen statuette, but never made it back. Tell me how to get to Shadow Island, and I'll find out who killed him. I have a seaplane that can get you to the island in just a few hours. Boy, this font is like really weird. Wow, look at that. Can anyone make out what that is? It is the seaplane. Have you ever heard of the, I don't know what that is, Arkansas Indians? Arkansas? No. I'm not sure. No, I don't think so. I don't think anybody has. I spent my career uncovering the dark secrets of this lost tribe. They practice mystic rituals involving the stolen statuette, believing it had great power. I believe they were correct, and so does one other person. And who would that be? Morton. Alan Morton, the multimillionaire recluse. The man who had Charles Fisk murdered. If I'm pausing, it's usually because I can't make out what the text is saying for a second. You're sure this man Morton is responsible? I'm positive. I'll recover that statuette, and pray Morton tries to stop me. It'll save me the trouble of having to hunt him down. If I'm right about the statuette, we're in grave danger while we're here. You'd better stay with the plane then. We may need to get out of here in a hurry. I'll work on translating these Arcanist tablets. I don't know what that thing is next to the A. Maybe it's AB? Maybe it's a B? Could be an L. I don't know. That were found with the statuette. If I find anything useful, I'll contact you via walkie-talkie. Huh. Carnby, are you receiving me? Wow, it's just like a codec call. I wanted to make sure the walkie-talkie is working. When you see the walkie-talkie icon flashing on the screen, go to the inventory, select the walkie-talkie, and use it to talk to me. Okay, I'll remember that. Call me if you learn anything about the Arcanist tablets. Alright, here we are, finally, in the game. We get to see what this bad boy looks like. And this is what I was describing before. Oh my god, immediately into another talking scene. Something on the ground. Might provide a clue to what happened here. Walk to the object and press the B button to pick it up. Anyway. This is what I was talking about, where it surprisingly just kind of replicates what, the console version was like, albeit, a much lower format and everything, but still, it was impressive for the time. And again, I think that's why this version of this game, this particular port, is notable still, just because of what they were able to do with it. Now, looking at it, I mean, you can see what they did. I mean, they basically had a, two-dimensional sprite taken from the 3D model that they had for the main game, and it's essentially just pictures moving over another picture. It's nothing too complex, but the fact that it gives the illusion that it's similar to the console port is what makes it impressive. Old map of Shadow Island, lighter. There's an orange flask. I don't know what that is. That might be health. Okay. Nice frog sounds. What is this? Glowing eyes in the distance. Hold on, how do I, use an item? I guess it's the A. Yes, Honto, this game looks very new. It's astounding. Did it come out last year? I think it's been a few more years than that, but, I mean, it's hard to tell, I know. Are you impressed with the visuals? Can you tell everything that's going on screen? Can you tell what my character's supposed to look like? Does he look like one of the apes from Planet of the Apes? Because if so, you'd be correct, sir. Hello. Orange flask, what you get at Popeyes after you eat the biscuit. That's the high concentrated butter, I think. I just used there. Is your character Tommy Wiseau? He's close enough. A clip of bullets lying on the ground. Someone must have been in a hurry to reload and drop them. Oh, yes, naturally. And I'm sure for every clip of bullets that we find lying on the ground, it's going to be the same thing. Somebody was just stressing out while they were trying to shoot something else. They just kept dropping bullets everywhere. Oh, no. Oh, I dropped another clip. Ah, hey, there's the walkie-talkie icon. I don't know how you're supposed to use it. Do I press the start button or what? I'm pressing A, I press B, and B just backs out. I press start. I think I press select again. Yeah, I press select again and it just takes me out of the menu, so... What the hell? I think, is something broken? Oh, no, you don't go in your inventory at all. Despite the fact that I think they told me to go in the inventory, didn't they? Carnby, are you receiving me? Just barely. The bad weather is interfering with the reception. Where are you? About a mile from the jetty. But I haven't found... Wow, he walked a long way, but I haven't found anything of interest yet. Have you learned anything from the translation of the tablets? Not much that makes sense. Mostly ramblings about evil powers and monsters. I know that the statuette was used for ancient mystic rites, so I guess the authors of these tablets were trying to scare off any potential thieves. Who knows? Maybe there are monsters here that might explain why I haven't seen anyone since I arrived. But it doesn't explain why I haven't seen any monsters yet. I hardly think that we'll find any monsters here. It's more likely that... This darn storm is making communications tricky. Wow. But every time, I take 2 steps in a new area and then something else happens. Hey, what the hell is that? Looks like trouble. Better be ready for anything. Oh, the combat section. Wow. Oh no, there's spiders. The most horrifying of enemies. Oh, thank God we took care of that. I'm a little worried about those birds in the distance. Oh, okay, you have to equip the item. I get it. So the item's here, and then I guess you press B after you equip it, and then it'll use it. So does that mean we could use the lighter whenever we want? Maybe not. Maybe it's only usable in dark areas, I guess. Kind of a shitty inventory system, though. Actually, the map doesn't do anything either. The only thing that we've really been able to work with is just the walkie-talkie. The radio, but they call it walkie-talkie. Oh. It's a clip of revolver bullets. Yeah, so, once again, somebody just freaking out and they're dropping their bullets all over the place. Carnby, how close to the plane are you? Not very, why? He just said he was a mile out. I think someone's moving around near the aircraft. It's probably just a raccoon. Turn on the aircraft lights, that'll scare it away. I already have, but... Darn, cut off again. Darn you. Why did they say darn when they could have, I mean, they just said hell. I figure that's a little harsher than damn. Hey, what the hell was that? Looks like trouble. Better be ready for anything. Oh shit, we got another combat sequence. Whoa. That's a minor nuclear explosion after he killed that spider. There we go. That was a fun noise. Do we just like loop in a circle? I was gonna see how much health I lost. I think the orange flask might heal us. I'm not 100% certain on that though. So probably good to just have it in the inventory until I really need it, but... Ah yes, frogs. Frogs in the distance. Estus? It could be. An Estus flask. For the modern age.
Hello!
Hello, what's going on, Derpy? Welcome in. Okay, I think maybe I didn't check out that one archway that was like way in the back of that one screen. This game does have, I don't know if this game has like any random encounters or what. This is done through RetroArch emulation. Somebody had redeemed some channel points for me to check this game out. So that's literally the only way I could do it. I do own a Super Game Boy, which I can stream off of an actual console, but the Super Game Boy only takes regular Game Boy games, not Game Boy Color, unfortunately. I don't know that there'd be any other way to do it, unless I have a DS that like goes through AV or something. I think I've seen those. You have to like get them modified though. But welcome in. How are we doing tonight? Arriving at Alan Morton's mansion, there doesn't seem to be any sign of life. That's a shame. Hey, Venetia, welcome in. Thank you. It's a rusty iron key, which looks like it has been here for quite some time. To use an item, such as a key, select it in the inventory, then stand next to the door and press the A button. Alright. It's making that noise. Once again, it's all this flashing going on. That doorway will probably be the best way into Morton's mansion. You can examine many background features by walking up to them and pressing the B button. No kidding. Just like everything else? Doors to the mansion are locked. The lock is strong, but the wood of the doors appears to be rotten and weak. I wonder if the key works. We could try it in a second here. I want to kind of look around a little bit more. If the key doesn't work, I don't know. What about the comment about the rotting wood? Does that mean we could bash it in with something? Shadow. There doesn't appear to be anyone inside. I know what I saw. Alright. Well, damn it. This guy looks like a total creep. Just like waiting outside these windows. It's like all half hunched over. Large storage shed. The shed doors have been sealed with a large lock. Well, I wonder then if maybe the key works for this. Because why would they mention the door being, like, rickety or whatever? The cupboard containing a pair of old gardening gloves and a crowbar. I guess that said contains. The cupboard is now empty. He just called it a shed, now he calls it a cupboard. Very strange, very strange. Hey, what the hell was that? Looks like trouble, better be ready for anything. I think he says the same thing every time there's a random encounter. I want to get that. It sounds like the, old copy pasta. I've arrived at my bitch of a mom's house. She's away with her new boyfriend, Dennis. Which wouldn't cook me any dinners, so I gotta go to Popeyes myself. Hate my life. Yeah, that's this guy right here. He looks like a real edgelord if it wasn't for the face. There's nothing beyond the gate but barren moorland. Moorland? I see what they're doing, like, making the sprite grow, but at the same time, like that, it doesn't seem like we were that far to begin with. Like, this doesn't, like, convey that it's like an incline. So it literally looks like he's just growing as he gets closer. The pathway doesn't widen out far enough to imply that he's getting closer to the camera. He's just growing. He's a big boy now. God damn it. It's a frustrating thing about these fixed camera angles, I guess. But they also didn't code it in so that if you're holding down a button to move, it's like... See, that's the thing that Resident Evil did. Let's say you're holding up to go up a path, and then you get into the next area, and the camera's facing the complete opposite direction. Normally, you would have to press, like, from the perspective, you'd have to press down. But if you're just holding up from the previous area, you're still just going to go forward. But I guess they didn't code that. Maybe they couldn't. It's possible that that's why. But still, it makes you appreciate the little things. Alright, let's try the crowbar. Carnby forces open the mansion door with crowbar. Wow. Alright, we're in the mansion. And the game is saved. No typewriters for us. There's nothing on the table but a broken old lamp. You might be able to use it. What's that? Clip of revolver bullets. Has everybody got to use a revolver in this day and age? I got another encounter. I got 99 bullets. I feel like I could just spam them. They're really generous with how much they give you, but I mean, it is a portable game, so maybe they should be. Door doesn't seem to be locked, but the doorknob is missing, so it can't be opened. Uh-oh. Well, there's your problem. Door's locked and far from rotten, so I'll have to find the right key. I'm glad they explained that to us. You can't use the same trick with the crowbar twice. Alright. Kind of figured, but... What is that? Oh, it's a mirror. Oh my god, it's Frankenstein. Fisk. Carnby. Carnby, is that you, my friend? I thought I felt your presence on this dreadful island. Fisk. Fisk, is it really you? Fiskus? Yes, my friend, I am here. I want to help, but I'm too weak. There's so much I need to tell you, but I can't focus. You must find my amulet for me. It will give me the strength to stay longer. Find it for me, Carnby. Find it for me. I guess he's a ghost, and his amulet is the only thing that will keep him tied to this realm. He gave us so many words, but yeah, he couldn't spew out what it was that he needed to tell us. Oh boy. The camera angles are going to get a little confusing, I think. Might be one of the worst things about this. Oh, look. A cutscene to go up the stairs. I guess you might need a transitional scene of some sort. I don't like how, like, some of these areas up here have no sound effects whatsoever. There's no backing music, and there's no spooky atmosphere. It's just silence. Box of shotgun cartridges. Ooh. Well, when do we get that? You know, the actual shotgun. And sometimes things look like doors. The backgrounds are a little bit hard to make out. I feel like if there is a door or something, they probably should just, like, tell me. Like it's locked or something. Better be ready for anything. Including spiders. I guess at a distance he's not very accurate. It's like an incorrect buzzer. Burner. Alright. We got revolver bullets. And back down the stairs we go, I suppose. Okay. Yeah, again, I think it's going to be a little tricky to figure out where we need to go specifically. Oh, that's the entrance. Well, what's that shaded archway in the very far background? Looks like a tiny hole. Oh no, he's going up the stairs again. Oh no, this is a different room entirely. I guess those were stairs. It's a golden key. Wow. Could sell that on eBay. Guess there's nothing else up here. I probably shouldn't, like, do my usual tactic when it comes to survival horror games and just kind of click everywhere. Because I think the only things you're going to be able to interact with are potential doors and, you know, like, obvious pickups. Seems like that's what they're gearing me up for. Alright, that's the one with the missing doorknob. This must be the one over here that had the firm and sturdy door that I couldn't use a crowbar on. Oh, come on. There's an item use button and there's an interact button. There's only two buttons. I feel like if you have the right item, they probably should just be able to use either or. Furniture knocked over and dried blood on the floor. Someone must have fallen victim to one of the monsters. What's this? Blood. Oh no, that's not what he said. He said, what is this? The floor is covered with blood. It is still warm. It's blood. Well, there's blood on the ground. I guess we can go up. Is there anything else we can do? This is a new area. I'm gonna check everything else on the first floor, and then we could move up to the second one. Better be ready for anything. Instinctively, I always press the A button first. I don't know why. What, okay. Health getting a little bit lower. Door's locked and far from rotten. He's just gonna say that every time that you can't actually bust into it. It's far from rotten. This is a healthy door. I think that's to go out. Maybe? Oh, this is a new room. What is this? Oh, we got a new battleground. So far, not a ton of, like, really dubious enemies. It's only been spiders and zombie dogs. Or possibly just dogs. I don't even know if they are zombies. They appear to be pages from a diary or a journal. I mean, really, it's the same thing. A diary or a journal. I don't think you need to distinguish between the two. Got more bullets. The hell was that? Is that another flask or... Oh no, there's a green flask. Okay, so there's orange flask and there's green flask. Oh, there's a blue one too. When did we get the blue one? We have all sorts of... Every color in the rainbow. We have every flask. Desk contains nothing of interest. Oh, hey, you can investigate other things. So then what the hell's the big thing in the middle? Oh, shit. Having a hell of a time with this one. Anything else? Is that new? Oh, no. Oh, son of a bitch. Every time I walk in the middle here. I might have to go see if I can find some more ammo. Because I think I'm about to run out. Of course, it looks like this particular map doesn't have any. Oh. Okay. Yeah. That's a game over screen, alright. Flat on his face. Alright, I wasn't saving too often, but I think I saved as soon as we got into the mansion, so there is probably not that much to go. Oh boy. I gotta find my way around first. I gotta talk to our friend. And then there was something upstairs. Let's probably equip the walkie-talkie, I guess, just in case what's-her-face tries to contact me. No, don't go back down the stairs. Just go up the stairs. Better be ready for anything. So yeah, I don't think there's any escape in the battlefield. I think once you get into this, if you potentially run out of ammo, you're just dead. So you do actually have to watch your ammunition. Oh. Shotgun cartridges. Bet your mom can't clean up the house. Dennis must have locked and rusts these doors while I was away. Hope he slips and falls in a crack and breaks my mom's back during mom's rabbi test. What? Fucking bitch trying to be part of a church before helping out around the fucking house. God damn it. Sick of this shit. I'm just reading whatever's posted in chat. Sorry for the VOD watchers. I'm not coming up with this. Here, let me grow into the foreground so I can pick up this key. And then shrink back down. Hey, what's up, Grinnick? This game, you remember this game. Did you have it? What was your experience like with it? I had a lot of weird Game Boy games back in the day. You did have it, wow. Did you beat it? I rarely beat my Game Boy games unless they were like Pokemon. You didn't understand shit. Okay, that's a shame. Like it wasn't translated, or you just didn't know how like the game mechanics worked? God, I had one time my grandpa got me a game, and I think it's like maybe one of 3 games he ever got me in my life. Yeah, override it. And he knew I had a Game Boy. I don't know why he did it, because he usually didn't get me video games. He usually got me, I don't know, toys or like candy or something like that. But one time he came home and he's like, hey, I got you something. I left it in your room. And then I go into my room and I see sitting on my table or desk or whatever was Conquer, the original Conquer game for the Game Boy Color. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. This is like well before Conker's Bad Fur Day came out. This is like when Rare was trying to make a mascot out of it. And I played it, and it was like one of the worst games I've ever played. I still like the fact that he got it for me. I'll always remember it, but holy shit, that's like one of the worst games I've ever played. It was so bad. I could never beat it too. There was like, I remember like Conker had a rival, and you had to like compete in these races against him. I could not do him for the life of me. I didn't know what was going on. But yeah, that was an awful game. And there was a lot of games on Game Boy. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I got used. Sometimes, like, you know, we didn't have internet access readily available at the time. I couldn't just like look up a long play or anything. It's like sometimes you just had to go what was on the label, or stick with stuff that you knew. And sometimes like readily available IPs always put out like the crappiest stuff. So yeah, I had a lot of shit on the Game Boy, but you know, you didn't know that at the time. It was translated, but it explained itself badly. The screen was too small to really read what was going on. All the colors blended together. Plus, you were a kid. I got you. You think this game inspired your dislike of survival horror games? That's a shame. Yeah, it's funny. I was talking about it at the beginning of the stream, but it's kind of cyclical how it worked, because the original Alone in the Dark games are what inspired Resident Evil, that similar type of gameplay format. And then eventually Resident Evil got so popular that they kind of rebooted the Alone in the Dark series, and the New Nightmare was what became of it. Now, the New Nightmare it was like on PlayStation, and I don't know if it had a it might have had a Dreamcast. I don't know if it had like an N64, but it was like a home console. But then the home console version was ported to the Game Boy, and this is the product that we see before us. To me, it's playable, but like for somebody that has no experience with this type of game whatsoever, and, you know, depending on how well they can operate with this kind of thing. And yeah, the Game Boy was super tiny back in the day. You know, I got this blown up to 1440p, but you know, you have to imagine the screen like being 20 times smaller than what you guys are seeing. So you love RE4, Dead Space, but in general you don't seek them out. Well, yeah, and those are like newer type of survival horror. That's when they kind of incorporated a little bit more into the action-oriented elements into it. And like with these old ones, with the fixed camera angles, the tank controls, and stuff like that, a lot of times, especially if you were a child, it was hard to kind of wrap your head around. So, yeah, and then once they started incorporating more action elements and, you know, full camera movement, other things like that, you still had the limited resource aspect of the survival horror, but you didn't have quite, you know, as many roadblocks and, you know, slow pacedness and you know, a lot of dialogue and all that kind of stuff. It wasn't as present, I think. So it just kind of streamlined the whole experience. We got shotgun shells. I have not seen the shotgun itself though, so that's the door without the doorknob, so we can't get that open, but I did get the key, so we can get this one open. Oh wait, it's over here. Oh, it's in pieces. Oh, that's interesting. Also sounds kind of shitty, but you know. I haven't found any pieces. Okay, so that's the big blood stain. That is the new blood stain. much like the new Nightmare. I don't think we could go over here anywhere. But yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming like an adult that was probably familiar with this game would have maybe enjoyed it more. For me, it was kind of that thing, especially like into my teens and stuff. I always wanted to play like home console games on the go. It was always like a kind of a dream of mine. I was always interested in like ways to play like home console stuff, like from the Super NES on up, portably. And, sometimes ports were the way to do that. You'd have like pretty not great ports, of like console games for Game Boy or DS or, PSP, whatever it might have been. But, still, there was something about it because it was probably like the closest approximation that you can get. Or the N-Gage, yeah. It's a clip of revolver bullets. You can get, I don't know if they'd call it a clip though, but you can get like those, it might be a clip. Like it looks like a little thing with all the revolver bullets like stacked on it, and you just kind of feed it into the chambers. It exists. I'm not a gun guy though. I don't know. Is it a stripper clip? So it might sort of be accurate, but I don't know. For revolvers, it's a speed loader. Okay. Well, that sounds a little more accurate. Yeah, I guess they would, maybe it's not called a clip though. Clip sounds kind of dumb and more modernized. Search in the chest of the drawers revealed. Why is everything's like a chest of drawers too, or a cabinet, and it's clearly not a cabinet. Reveals a document, a page from Alan Morton's journal. I almost said Alan Wake. We should be fighting or finding. We should be fighting the darkness and finding Alan Wake's pages. They'll line up with the chambers. You can push all the rounds in at the same time. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. The hell is this? It's a finely made shotgun, but the firing mechanism has been removed. Oh. A finely made shotgun. Okay, so we found part of it. I guess it doesn't describe, like, the part except for the firing mechanism being missing, so hopefully just, like, 2 parts that we need to find total. Maybe not, though. Where was the one library room? I don't know that we got anything, like, major there, but we got something. Clips is gun noob, word for a given amount of ammo typically used in place of a magazine. Yeah, I've seen that a lot. Like, a clip is typically like what you slide into the magazine to like quickly reload it, but it's not a magazine itself. Revolvers use neither. No, it's not over here. Shit. Okay, I don't know where it is. I feel like we saw it before. There's like a door to the side or something. Oh, maybe it's this one. I know of the M1 Grand. It's not like I own one. Oh, not that. Yeah, I've seen them. I've seen plenty of them, like within video games. It's an 8-round clip into its internal magazine. Okay. Yeah, it's an automatic rifle, I believe, but you know, it's like back in, you know, or automatic rifle for like World War I or whatever. I think it's the one where they load it and then typically like the cool reload animation always just like flicks off that clip or whatever. Yeah, the ping. Yeah. They just ram all them bullets in there and then the thing like flicks off with a little ping. Doors solid and sealed with a polished metal lock. Bright blue crystals are set in the lock as decoration. Oh, it's a Canadian gun, huh? Well, North American still. I feel like you see it used with a lot of like American forces typically. but I don't know. I suppose I could be wrong about that. I don't know if it was actually used by, I don't know, Americans whenever it was popular and in use. Adopted by the U.S. Army. Not a Canadian one, I gotcha. There's like going around in circles here, but it's like I'm genuinely not finding it. Okay, hold on. Let me go in here. Is there a door to this side? Ah, it was World War II. I gotcha. Hold on. Are those keys still in my inventory, or did they just get used up? Okay, I think they got used up. Also, can we read this journal piece? I guess not. Every World War II game has it. I feel like at the same time, like every World War II game always like steps up, like with the guns that they use. Though they're always like using heavily automatic rifles that would like take way more bullets and reload way faster than anything they actually had during the time period. Desk contains nothing of any interest. Oh wait, have we stepped in here before? This is the room I was thinking of previously. 3 pages from a diary or journal. Okay, so there's that. Does that... Okay, newspaper clipping. Can I just read it? Oh, there we go. Herald Times Business News by David McKee. Multimillionaire Alan Morton has suffered from terrible judgment as of late, near ruining his company with poor deals and wasting vast sums of money buying worthless and unknown works of tribal art. Worthless to you, but not worthless to him. Damn it, I think I hit the wrong button again. Wait, is this... What journal entry is that? Okay, so here's the earlier one. 19th of April, caught one of the servants in my private storeroom. He claimed to have opened the door by accident while cleaning. Could not take the chance he had seen any of my secret research, so took him down into the tunnels under the lab and left him with them. Screaming went on for some time. Shall have to fit a secret switch on one of the bookshelves to make sure no one else finds their way into the room. Ah. July 30th, some of the staff took shotguns from the gun case, hoping to save themselves from my new pets, quote-unquote. The spiders in the park have changed dramatically since I began experimenting with the statuette. Still, I can't take any risks, so I have taken the firing mechanisms and hidden them in the attic. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. I guess we'll find that sooner than later. This game mechanics in a nutshell. World War II games, you want the Thompson or the bar because the bullets, they are bullet hoses and kill quickly. IRL, the Thompson SMG had limited range. Using pistol rounds, and the bar is a heavy 25-pound bitch, weighing even more with ammo, and it isn't pleasant to fire from the shoulder while standing. Well, I wouldn't know, but I'll take your word for it. I guess I'll just be... some bookcases. I guess I'll just be, like, scanning all the bookcases to see if something actually happens. Knowing what we know, because I guess if you know, you know, we should be able to, I don't know, flip a switch, right? But was it specifically this room? I wonder. Yeah. We gotta be careful. God, on the one hand, I'm kind of glad I switched over to started using the DualShock 5. It is much more comfortable to interact with when using either the D-pad or the analog sticks. Just my opinion. I think the Xbox One controller is a fine controller. I like using it for a lot of different stuff, but when it comes to like these weird like Game Boy games in particular, yeah, I think I might prefer the like DualShock variant of controller. Browning automatic rifle bar. It's your favorite World War II joke. 3 Nazis walk into a bar. That's the old classic. Oh, shit. God damn it, I don't want to accidentally, like, walk into the middle again. I feel like that might end up killing us. Why is he swaying around so much, too? Am I, like, that low on health? Let me use the orange flask. Ah, I feel much better. That potion has revitalized me. Okay. Well, I'm glad. Only by 10, though. It's not that much. Shit. Alright. I don't want to go in the middle again. There might have been other bookcases somewhere else that we could take a look at, so I don't know. Let me look at the journal again. Shit, that's not it. Caught the servant in my private storeroom. Private storeroom, eh? Okay. I don't know what this is. I guess this is a library, I would assume, more than a storeroom. I mean, I guess a library could technically be a storeroom. It is a storeroom of books. But just in case it isn't, I suppose we better check somewhere else. Again, I don't want to, like, roam around there too much, because it might end up hindering us more than anything. Just with the enemy encounters. But where was the storeroom? That's the gun cabinet area. I think that was a separate spot. He did say that he installed the switch on a bookcase too, which is initially why I thought it would be in the library looking area, but didn't seem to be. That was upstairs. Oh yeah, there was the door we couldn't open up. Can't get in there. Could have been a storeroom in one of the other sides, too. Oh, you know what? Hold up. Let me see. I think I was interacting with stuff incorrectly before. There was a map, wasn't there? Oh. Okay. Yeah, real helpful. Holy shit. It's like a topographical map or something. I don't think it's going to help out too much. Well, it's the library area. Alright, I think we might have checked everything else, so I might just, step out here and see if there's like another spot, storeroom somewhere. I don't think I've picked up any. I mean, I haven't picked up the amulet. I haven't picked up the doorknob. Those are the two obstacles that are barring us from getting into some of the other things. But there might be some rooms I haven't checked out yet or something. Your last picture was received so well, 3 people already ordered something similar. Oh, okay. Are you doing commissions, or are you doing, like, request-based work? Oh, interesting. Alright. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're picking up some steam with that. Mail of shame from PayPal. What the hell is that? Is that you got money, or... Oh. Okay. I see what you sent me. Akuma is an art whore, as he puts it. Oh, one of those. Okay. I never got one of those. It might just be because I already confirmed or did it all the... I mean, I had a PayPal account for a long, long time prior to before I started taking comms. I mean, I used it for like eBay mostly. God damn it. I'm trying to see if there's like another door somewhere, but every time I turn around and think I'm heading up to a door or something, it ends up just being like another spot in the room. Yeah, I wish, I don't know, there was like some kind of indicator or something. It almost reminds me of like Final Fantasy VII almost, where it's like, or any Final Fantasy game from that kind of era in the late 90s to the early 2000s, like where you could press the select button or something, and then it would like indicate where the immediate like map entrances and exits were. It's like it shows you everywhere that you could access. And I know that would have been really hard to do with the Game Boy, but it has me craving something like that just because I want to see like what all I could get into. Because most of this stuff is like locked, and then if I try to head up to a door that I think is going to be a door, it ends up not being a door. It ends up being like a way to get to the other side of the map, and it's not fun. Sent me the picture in question. Oh. That kind of content, huh? Alright. Well, I could see why people would be interested then. I got a couple things cooking myself, but I'm on another I've just finished a long-term project, and I am like just about to get into another one. I'm like, damn it! I thought I'd have some time this month. I did manage to do. I'm doing a couple things that I've been wanting to do. I've been putting off for a long time, so be slowly working through those during the month of October. But yeah, it's a little hard. Hold on. The only item that I haven't been able to find a use for is the gardening gloves. I don't know where those go, or what those would be used for. Maybe there's like some thorns or something. Okay, so far from what I've seen, I think the only room that's got bookcases is going to be the big library. But I feel like I checked everything unless it needs me to check something in the middle area, which if that's the case, it's really going to suck because we basically have to keep getting into enemy encounters. There it is. You son of a bitch. No Lazy Town songs in my chat. I don't condone that kind of behavior here. Or that. Okay, so I'm assuming that these things, these triangular kind of looking things, I guess they're actually kind of hexagonal because they're like flatten out on the edges there, but I'm guessing these are bookcases, but I don't seem to be able to interact with anything. There's bookshelves. No, I didn't want to exit. Son of a bitch. I gotta get into another fight. Ah. I think I'm about to die again, because I'm about to run out of bullets. Yeah, look. Yeah, once you run out of bullets, it's automatically game over. They form corridors, that's it? Okay. I was about to check, like, every single side just to see. But if that's not it, then I don't know where it is, because I think I've checked everywhere here. So unless this is like a very particular spot that we gotta investigate in order to open up the secret passage or whatever, I don't know what they expect me to do or if there's a room I'm missing, but it's like really hard to navigate this game. Damn it, Bismuth, you've cursed me. See, that's weird. He's like, this is the one spot where like he actually investigates something. He's like, some bookcases. I wonder if I have to have the note in hand. Think that might be it? Private storeroom. Okay, so this is the one where he was talking about it. Okay, no, that didn't work. Well, it was worth trying, I guess. Here, let me see what the blue flask does. What the blue flask do? Ah, it's another revitalizing potion. I'm guessing it's probably stronger. 20 points, okay. Well, that works. The lighter, maybe? Maybe it's like so dark he can't see the switch. What about the glove? He needs to interact with it with the glove. The switches are very dirty. It ain't that. Okay, I don't know. Boy, this is weird. God damn it. Heinous. Heinous the fact that he can investigate like one particular bookshelf, but it does nothing. Nope, that doesn't do anything either. Oh, maybe a crowbar. That might work. That didn't work. I don't know. I don't get it. For expediency, I might just look this up. Hold on. There we go. And somebody beat this game in 1 hour. Oh, I think I see. I think I immediately clicked on the bookcase. Wow. How did that happen? Oh, maybe not. Okay, so I immediately clicked on a spot. Thank you, Set Zero. I appreciate the follow. Yeah, this is a very riveting moment, but I am genuinely stuck, so I'm trying to see where this thing is. No, the game itself is amazing for the limitations of being on the Game Boy. I think they replicated, the console version relatively well. But it is still a very limited version of this game. Also, welcome in, Re-Addict. I appreciate you popping in here. Is Resident Evil? Are you a fan of the survival horror type game? Indeed riveting. What? There's an upstairs. Where's the upstairs? He went upstairs somehow. Also, when I click on the YouTube video, there's like a huge spike right here. It's like people have a hard time registering this. Okay, there's an upstairs somewhere. Wait, I gotta find it. I don't know where it is, though. It's like in this, like, general area. Alright. Hold on. Not there. There it is. Well, that's what I saw in the video. Wait, but he can't go through there. What? Oh, there! Oh, that's a staircase! I can't even see that. Oh! I see it. Yeah, no, I didn't see that. Yeah, it's really hard to see. I don't know if you know this, but this game does not have the greatest visual acuity. Alright, but at least we're making progress, right? What is this? There's a hidden switch behind the books. Pressing it results in a muted click. Ah. There we go. Thank God. You got this game as a kid from limited options and trading with other kids. Not a spooky games kind of guy. Oh, okay, I gotcha. That's just me and my assumptions here, but... I don't know that I would have been too creeped out by this, especially when like the crux of the gameplay leading to your death is the action sequences here, which aren't the most horrifying thing. Usually the scariest part of like the older style survival horror is not knowing what's going to be right around the corner. And it's like when you have like a splash screen that initiates a basically a random encounter like this, I think it eliminates any kind of tension. Like, oh, better get ready. Where it's like, you know, one of the biggest scares in video games, even to this day, is like the original Resident Evil where the dog bursts through the window. And it's like that's a result of you getting in the habit of running through that hallway just over and over again because you have to. And then like, you know, not expecting that one time when you run through it, there's going to be immediate danger. Playing Harry Potter 2 on Game Boy Color right now. And it slaps. Okay. I hear some of the earlier Harry Potter games are not that bad. I know a lot of people are fond of like the PlayStation, like kind of 5th and 6th gen era. It's more neat than scary. Games don't really scare you outside of VR. VR can cover the grounds needed, whatever reason. Yeah, I guess it's a little bit more immersive when every aspect of your vision is engulfed within the game. I don't get like super scared playing games. It's never really been something that triggers me that much, but I will feed into the tension of something. Alien Isolation, when I first played that game, I think was probably one of the most tense games ever. We were talking about when I was doing the original Resident Evil 2 last week. You know, not necessarily the original game I don't think I ever got too freaked out by, but like the remake in particular had some really tense moments, like with the new Mr. X mechanic. I thought was fantastic. There must have been like something opened up somewhere else, because I didn't see anything in the upstairs, but maybe like somewhere in here. But yeah, I'll like feed into the tension, and then like if something's after me, I'll, you know, have that feeling of excitement or whatever. But typically speaking, I don't get like too freaked out by video games. Hey, what's going on, Chuckin? Good to see you. Got your heart beating? Alien? Is that what I mentioned earliest? Both Harry Potter games on Game Boy Color are made by an amazing dev. In fact, the only game to follow the books exclusively was Harry Potter 1 on GameCube. So it's cool to see how they interpreted the vision. Oh, okay, that's interesting, without the films. Okay. Yeah, and you know, I've played it a couple times by this point, but Alien I still hold in very high regard. I think just the quality of the production of it, not even just talking about the core gameplay mechanics, but I did think like the alien and stuff was always very cool. But still one of my favorite games. How scared was I at the final boss of the Suffering? I don't know if scared's the word. Maybe seething in anger, frustrated, downtrodden. I think those might be more fitting words. What is that? Is that anything? Or is that nothing? I can't tell. There was a click somewhere. He made mention of it, but I don't know where the thing opened up at. I think we're on the 3rd floor, too. I can't move past this. There's like something blocking this. Harry Potter 1 is randomly good and open games on Game Boy. Okay. Prior to the Hogwarts game coming out, because I was thinking about playing it, because I had a few friends that played, that were getting it, and I was like, I might want to check it out. But I only ever read the first book. Oh, hey, there it is. What? Where was that? What? Okay. But anyway, I had only ever read the first book. I had never seen any of the movie. Well, no, I saw the first movie in theaters, but oh, there it is. Anyway, I'll make a save here. I was like, man, maybe I should catch up on all this stuff. So I ended up binge watching all the movies all at once. No, not in one go, but like within the span of a couple weeks. And I didn't end up getting the Hogwarts game, but you know, at least I'm familiar with the stories and everything so far. I'll junk in a few books. Tucked into one of the books is a sheet of paper, a page from Alan Morton's journal. Okay. Cool. That's a hard question, Chuck, and I think I think at the time it might have been able to scratch an itch for like a survival horror game, portably speaking. I don't know that in this day and age it would be worth going back to, especially as like a brand new player. I suppose if you have not experienced a survival horror game before, you could go a lot worse. But yeah, it's a little it's a little rough around the edges, I guess. Postal's a guilty pleasure, nostalgic. Yeah, I got a couple Postal games. I've never finished one though. They're very strange though. Might be worth looking into one of these days. Oh, I see where you got that from though. You got it from Akuma. I'm saying, would I say Postal? Yeah, maybe. In terms of like the final boss for the Suffering, maybe. We were getting to that limit. The 11th of June, the men I paid recovered the statuette from the Cedric woman. She had no idea how important her find was. I only know why I don't know what that is. Abcanis made it. The underworld they uncovered was a source of great power, but they feared the power... They fear the power was evil and made the statuette to seal off the underworld. But I shall learn the statuette's secrets and use them to rule the underworld and make its power mine. 2 exclamation marks on that one, so you know he's serious. But Bismuth was the one that had recommended this to us with the channel points. I think probably the reason why it was recommended was because it's as impressive as it is, being a Game Boy Color game and able to replicate the the home console version as well as it does. Doesn't mean it's like a 1-1 carbon copy or anything, but it's pretty good considering the circumstances. Chest of old artifacts, all of them broken. Oh, there's no point in interacting with that anyway. Collection of Arcanus artifacts. No, we saw an R there. I guess it must be like Abcanis. It must be a B or something. It's like it's a slight cursive font, but it still looks weird. But yeah, basically for the month of October, we've been going through some viewer recommendations. I'm probably going to stop with them by next week, because there are actually a few games that I wanted to check out. I don't know if I'll be able to get through them all. But there's a couple that I did want to take a look at that are relatively short games. I think I might be able to do them in like one stream. I don't remember the name of one of the ones that I was going to say, but Mouthwashing was one. I might get that and take a look at that. I hear it's very short though, so I don't know if I want to pay the $15 or whatever. Maybe. But it does look very interesting. I had got Tormented Souls for super cheap. I don't think that's like one of the greats, but it does look interesting, and it does harken back to the old school sort of classic survival horror, so I kind of wanted to give that a try. What is the other one I got that I wanted to play? Indica, which actually came out earlier this year. That one looked real interesting to me, and I heard nothing about it. I remember seeing it when it first kind of popped up, and I'm like, oh, I might want to take a look at that. And I heard nothing about it. Steam reviews seem to paint it fairly positively, but I've not seen anybody play it. I've not seen anybody talk about it. So I figured I might want to check it out and see for myself. I hear it's a pretty short game, though, so we might end up, if I do play it, beating it in the same stream, but we'll see. It's the Abcanis? Oh, it is a B. Okay. Well, son of a bitch, it doesn't look like a B. Going into November, if I can't beat something, because we're going to be playing like, we're going to be checking out Pathologic 2, I think, tomorrow. That was recommended by Shaxon. But like that, for instance, I'm not going to beat. I'm not going to play all the way through because that's a 20-hour game at least. So, I mean, we'll check it out. But yeah, there might be a couple things where I'm not like going into it for multiple streams. I'm just going to like do a few hours here and there, and we'll kind of get a good taste for it. And I don't know. Maybe if I end up liking something enough, it'll go into November, but otherwise I'm completely fine just kind of sampling the stuff. Let's see. Hey, there we go. I got in here. For sure, I think either by next week or the week after, I'm going to be doing Resident Evil 3. I don't think that's going to take too long. I should probably be able to get that done in a couple streams, but that's one for sure that I'll be beating. But yeah, so far, I mean, we what do we get through? Resident Evil 2, The Suffering. We're about to finish The Quarry, I think. I think I should be able to beat it tonight. So, handful of things. Sometimes in October, I'll go through like, I don't know, like a half dozen games or something like that. Depending on how fast I'm speeding through them, I might go through more than that, but it'd be kind of rare. But I'd be satisfied with just like the handful that we've done so far, even. There's that one year, I think a couple years back, where I did like the whole Dead Space series. I think that year in particular, I had done like a shitload of stuff. Dead Space is really fun, though. It's nice revisiting those games. Oh shit, what did I skip over? God damn it. Okay, something opened up. I think that's a switch on the wall. I think something opened up in the hallway, maybe? I don't know. It also kind of looked like there was... Maybe not. I was going to say something on the desk, but... Mosh Mosh. Carnby, are you there? I'm here, and you won't believe who I just... Carnby, this is urgent. I'm sure that someone is moving around outside, but I can't see anything, even with the lights on. If you think you're in danger, move offshore and come back to pick me up after the storm is cleared. If it's any help to you, what's that on... Wait, what? Wait, what's on that roof? Alien, get out of there. Ah! Enormous, hairy spiders. Run, get out of there. Ah! Bzz. God help her. Now I really am alone. In the dark. In this new nightmare. Trademarked. Oh, good. I was worried that we weren't going to be getting any sort of ammunition for a minute there. Oh, the amulet. By cracky, we found it. It's Fist Gold Amulet. I guess I should return to the mirror now. Is it gonna... Okay, shit. I was kind of hoping to do it automatically because I don't really want to walk through all this again. But I do what I must. It's a large brass key. We need to find the doorknob. It's going to end up being like the doorknob in Mother 3. I'll get it back into the very end of the game. I do kind of like how if you miss a bullet, it does have an effect on like the boxes and the other things that are around you. Dusty bed covered in cobwebs. Oh. That's not very interesting, is it? Okay. Well, we got the amulet. I'm going to make a save here. And, I don't know. We'll just walk back to the front, I guess. Hopefully it's not going to take that much longer. Shit. Oh, wait. I should be checking my health more often, I think. 45, we're not doing that great. Oh, yeah, there's that green flask too. What does the green flask do? Much better. That potion really has revitalized me. Were we at 55? Maybe it's 20, but wait, I thought the blue one was 20 points. I don't know. Have to find the right key. We did pick up the brass key. Let's see. Oh, that worked. All right. Stairs. Oh. A new room. Moon casts a cold light across the mansion grounds far beneath the attic window. Oh, there was something in the attic, wasn't there? It was the shotgun trigger or something. I bet you we could find it up here. The only thing is, don't know that I'd want to use the shotgun even if we reassembled it and all that, just because I feel like you'd probably want to wait for like a boss or something like that, but I don't even know if there are bosses in this game. We've only ever seen dogs and spiders. Hold up. Oh, okay, the attic is much bigger than I thought it was. It's got a whole other set of rooms. Oh boy. Oh, there's something. I think that was another potion. Shit. Yeah, the attic is like... Okay, here we have an encounter. The only way the shotgun would be worth it if it was like unlimited ammo, but I think we found shells for it earlier, so that's not going to be the case. I haven't found anything up here. I've clicked on pretty much everything too, I think. I think I'm going to go back the way I came if I can. Because I don't want to get into that encounter again. And what is this? Is that another door? Oh, it's a whole other area. Yeah, this place is huge. It's bigger than the library. There's more screens than, like, probably one of the biggest areas we've seen in the game so far. Wow. This kind of sucks. Shelves are full of interesting bits and pieces, but I don't know if I really need any of them. It doesn't hurt to pocket something. If something looks interesting, I might just take it, just for the hell of it. He's got that big trench coat. I'm sure he could fit a handful of things in there. Alright, now I feel like we're going around in circles. I would if I could take everything. I'm trying. Trying to go back out the way I came too, but there we go. The problem with this is, yeah, especially in some of like these darker areas, it's really hard to see that there's actually anything that you can interact with. Or like move into. It's kind of like the staircase situation we had. Man, okay, hold up. Let me pull up the memo again. I think that was journal entry 3, maybe? Statuette, fire mechanisms, or hidden them in the attic. Son of a bitch. Okay, well, it's here somewhere. I would, if I were to assume anything, it would be like in the main attic area. But, man, I feel like I clicked on everything. It could be another situation where it's like there's a hidden room, or maybe not even hidden, not intentionally hidden, but it's just like so hard to see that I can't actually interact with it or go into it. I'll take one more look, but yeah, I think that's where an enemy encounter is, so we don't want to do that. I'll go back in here just to see. It's like this is a fun room too because there's so much clutter. It's like there's too much going on. It almost feels like a modern game. There's like so much shit around here. Do we step somewhere new? Is this maybe a new area? No. That's another enemy encounter spot. Oh boy. Alright. Man, I hate to leave it. I might look. There was the long play. So I might just pull it up and see if I can find it. Because I already had the long play pulled up. Oh, this son of a bitch, I think he skipped over the attic. I probably should do the same, to be quite honest. Yeah, okay, I found it. He went a little bit later. Oh, no, he didn't. No, he just went into a room that's very similar looking to the attic. Shit, okay. Oh, wait, I found it. I found the attic area. Man, I wish this was easier to navigate. There was the one pickup that I got, but it was... I think it was just a potion. Oh, wait, I see him in a battle sequence. He already has the shotgun. Damn it, where did he get it from? Okay. I'm going back. I'm at the very start. I'm assuming this guy knows where to go. What was that? It was a golden seed as a charge to your Popeyes drink. Yeah, if only. That way I could, like, punch and smack these spiders out of their gourd. He came over here. I think he interacted with something over here. Man, it sucks that there's, like, no audio either. Yeah, there's like the one thing where there's the bits and bobs, but I think he hit something like kind of around this side. And then it said there's like a switch or something. I don't know. Let me take a look at that again. Oh no, hey, it's just... Wait a second, what? Alright. I know nobody could see what I'm seeing right now, but basically, it's in this same room, and then it's like on that shelf. It's like on the bookcase, like right here. There's like something shiny, and he picks it up. I didn't accidentally pick it up, did I? I don't think I did. So, I don't get it. Either there needs to be something I need to do in order to make it like manifest, or something else needs to happen, or possibly I just like, I don't know. glitched the game. We know that's possible. We saw it happen with the Suffering. So, I don't know. It might be a lost cause, unfortunately. Oh, well. I would have liked to have gotten it. It's weird, though, because when you interact with that very specific spot, that same spot, like, he makes a comment on it. It's almost like the library area. It's like he just makes a random comment here, but anywhere else, it's like there's nothing to be said. So it almost makes you think it is suspicious and that there's something there that you need to do something with, but apparently not. How do I get back? I don't know where the exit is. Not that way. I was just saying that, Honto, just a second ago. This is possibly the most riveting game that we've played on stream. I don't... Where is the exit? I feel like it was obvious at one point in time. Ah, there it is. You know, this game might have looked a little bit different on the actual Game Boy Color, too. I don't know how accurate this particular filter is to it. So, who knows? Maybe just like what I have up here right now is just making it harder to identify things. But I get the feeling like maybe that's not the case. I think maybe this game was hard to navigate through, regardless of what kind of screen you were looking at. But I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt. Ah, here we go. Just waiting for the character to flash the stream with the brown trench coat. And yeah, I think it's like a Metroid situation. If you beat the game fast enough within a certain amount of time, he just strips down by the end of it. So you might get your wish. I feel like we've been making pretty good time. I have to go faster. I'm sorry, but they make these corridors so damn confusing. I don't know where to, like, go. Mom passes the rabbi test with flying colors. Oh, wait, no, that's the other room. That's where we initially found the shotgun. Ah, thank God, we found the main area. Boy, the biggest trial is just trying to find your way through this mess. Alright, buddy, I brought you your amulet back. What do you think? My amulet! Oh, hey, that's the skip button. Carnby, I need you to find my amulet. I did, it's right here. My amulet. Carnby, I'm so glad you have found it. Its power will help me focus and talk to you for longer. What happened to you? Can't believe you're about to say this, but this game makes you miss the Suffering. I know, but the Suffering was so good, though. Contrary to its name, it was a resplendence. How did Jubei put it? The rejoicing? Or something? When I first arrived, I planned to talk with the locals about Morton, but everyone had vanished. Didn't you see all the monsters? Not at first. I went after Morton to get the statuette back, but when night fell, it was too late to flee. Did you find Morton? Yes, but too late. He'd used the statuette to open a portal to the underworld, unleashing these monsters. I've managed to exterminate a few of them. Oh wait, that was Carnby. Morton had become corrupted and deformed by evil. It was terrifying. I tried to fight him, but he was too strong. You must stop him, Edward. What about the statuette? No time now, my friend. I'm too weak to remain here for much longer. Fisk, don't go. There's still so much I need you to tell me. Sorry, my friend, I can't talk any longer. I see you have found a disabled shotgun. You will need to find the firing mechanism. Yeah, I had the note on that. I know, I was looking for it. Before you can go after Morton, keep the amulet. I will try to return to you once you have fixed the shotgun. Oh, son of a bitch. So it doesn't pop up until after you talk to this asshole? And then you have to go all the way back there in order to get it because it's a key item? You sons of bitches. Yeah, that's true. Suffering did have Dallas with the MK Ultra talk, and it's so horrible. Kind of getting those feelings coming back with this one. Just a little bit, maybe.
Oh my goodness, this is awful!
We're getting there. I need to find the, there it is, the staircase. We need to go back into the attic. The attic that we had already gone through and investigated entirely. Yep. There he goes. All right. Making progress. Okay, so I'm going to go back to that spot where I saw in the long play the dude walk up to. Hopefully it's there. Hopefully I can find my way back out. Easier than last time. I guess it's that like sort of lit spot. You can't really tell unless you know what you're looking for. Hey, there it is. It's a precision-made mechanism coated in gun oil. It fits perfectly into the shotgun found in... Wait, what was that noise? It just automatically has the shotgun out. Can I, like, switch? Do I think Dallas tongues Stella, but prison version of it? What? Oh my god, who's this? Oh, it's Fisk. Edward, my friend, you must pursue Morton. He fled through the cellar, but sealed the door behind him. You'll need to search the attic to find something to open the cellar door with. Don't worry, old friend, he won't escape me. That's the first time we've seen him in like non-ghostly form. Alright, hopefully whatever we need is not here. In this particular room. I'm gonna assume that whatever we're supposed to get is probably gonna be like shining. Hey, like that. Shotgun's good against locks, hopefully. Searching through the piles of junk reveals a ratty box full of doorknobs. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, he took the doorknob and he stored it up here, despite locking himself into the cellar area. I see. It was an ingenious plan, but foiled once again by me. Oh, you were trying to say torque earlier. Okay, that makes more sense, sort of. See, I was reading it quickly. I just thought you said tongue. I guess you said torg. Torg you. But I didn't read it. Ah, I see. They spell it in Borderlands. Torque is how you spell it in The Suffering. Torque. You gotta say it like it's a Spanish word. At least internally. You don't want to say torque in front of people. That would be embarrassing. Oh, wait, this is the bedroom. I was thinking maybe we were going to see some stuff we hadn't seen before, but no, we've seen everything. Okay, we just got to go to that door. It's around here somewhere. Not that way. So when does the fun begin with this game? Well, you're not having fun? Are you not having the best time of your life?
This is where the fun begins.
Right now. We're about to put a doorknob on a door and go through it. The doorknob slips easily into place, allowing the door to be opened. And down the stairs we go. And he's doing a little jig, too. I don't know what that's about. It's a box of shotgun cartridges. Better be ready for anything. I want to switch from the shotgun, a little nuclear explosion, to the pistol, but doesn't appear to be letting me. Well, first he was Tommy Wiseau, now he's Neil Breen. All these masterclass and director/actors. Cupboard holds a bag of gray powder, which seems to sparkle like tiny grains of gold and silver. That's nice, I guess. What does that mean for me? I guess that was the only thing over there. Hey, where did that go? Ah. No, not that way. Oh, wait. Wrong way. Something over here? Oh, look at that. What is this? What do we have here? Door's locked and far from rotten. So I have to find the right key. Damn. Far be it from rotten. The graph scene with Neil Breen where he finds his dead friend makes you cry every time. Was that the one where he's like, why did you have to kill yourself or something? Why did you do it? Two statues have been placed in the alcoves. One gold and the other silver. Both are far too heavy to lift. Oh boy, there he goes. Krennic officially putting in his choice. Slay the princess. Alright, I'll look into it. Depending on how many streams I put into Pathologic 2, which I'm not sure, I'm thinking I'm probably just going to do a full stream for it, but that might be enough to get us satisfied with it for right now. I might be able to do it this week, so we'll see. Two statues have been placed in the golden alcoves. Okay, too heavy to lift. Right. Well, shit, sir. Can you maybe pry them off? Maybe he has to put the work gloves on. And he's immediately taken off. All right, Krennic. Well, you have a good day. And we'll see you later. Well, I'm actually going to try the work gloves. We haven't found a use for them yet. All right. And maybe you just had to put a little spit on them or something. Small bag filled with gray dust. Haven't found a use for that yet either. Dust sparkles as it is poured over the statue. Oh? Oh, hey. Inside the open panel was a stone sarcophagus. Carnby finds a silver key. Ah, so that probably opens up the door over here. Let me save. I probably have. I've seen a lot of clips of his movies. A lot of people like to clip them up and post them. But it's like, I don't know how much you could call it a fight. It was mostly like a stock footage of Tiger over a green screen. And I'm not even sure if it was like swiping or anything. I think it might have just been standing there. and he's like kickboxing the air around it. I think that might have been like his latest movie. His latest movie, like, it's funny if you go back and watch a lot of his original stuff. It's like, yeah, it was shit, but it kind of looked like a real film because he actually filmed on real film. I think for that first one at least, where he's driving around in the Vegas desert. And Not only that, but like the effects were practical. I think he pushed a car off of a cliff. But like his last movie was like everything was a green screen. It was all stock photos, and everybody was just like standing over a stock photo, regardless of how awkward or oddly angled it was. Choke. Sewage. I should be grateful that the sewer has been drained and I don't have to wade through anything. It's still stinky though. Oh look, there's like fumes coming off of it. I don't really want to know what I just stepped on. Great commentary there, Carnby. Uh-oh, we're taking damage. What the hell is this? I thought he had to... What the? Okay, still a nice game over screen. I didn't even know there were worms in here. What do you mean a worm killed me? Oh. That came as a surprise. I guess you just have to, like, avoid stepping on the things. I wasn't even sure what it was. I thought it might be, like, piping or something. Nah, it's a worm. Well, you live and you learn. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna let him choke and say, "Ugh, it stinks in here." Now we'll save. I don't even want to know what I just stepped on. Avoid that. I thought he said he didn't have to wade through something. That shit looks like it's waist deep. Rusty grate is firmly fixed into the brickwork, preventing any access to the tunnel beyond. I am surprised, but we're actually approaching 2 hours on playing this game, just about. I might stop playing this after a minute, but I don't know. We've been making progress, so I've just been trying to keep at it. Apparently, it's fairly short, too. Beware, my friend. The monster that was Alan Morton is near, and he's looking to destroy you. Oh, no. What will I do? What's my health looking like? Maybe I should consume some of these potions. I'll save it. Whoa. Look at that. Where are we? I think we got through the whole sewer area has been cleared. There was a worm that we had to sidestep, and now we're out here. Clip of revolver bullets has been found. Whoa. Look at him come up there. Another potion. You ready for anything? It's a good thing we're about to fight what I assume is Alan Morton or the boss or whatever, but, you know, we get sideswiped by a bunch of dogs and spiders. What is that? Is that Morton? Weak mortal, you intrude on my island and plot to steal my statuette? You're no match for me, fool. I'll rip you apart and tear the flesh from your bones. You murdered my friend, you piece of scum. You'll pay for that with your sorry hide. Yeah, it definitely wasn't the intention there, Honto. I still don't know if that's actually going to be a reality. What? What the hell? Where did he go? Did I kill him or not? The frogs are still around. Also, we took a shitload of damage. Ah, much better. I feel revitalized. I got another orange flask. Those are the weakest of the potions. What is this? A large vine runs up the wall to the top. It looks strong enough to climb, but is covered in dangerous thorns. Oh! Finally, the gloves! They're actually useful. Wow, look at that. The thick gardening gloves provide protection from the vine's dangerous thorns, allowing it to be climbed. What a wuss. I've seen games. I was just watching somebody play through Resident Evil Village, and like Ethan, you know, that schmuck, he like gets his hand bitten off, he gets it sliced off, he reattaches it with a little herbicide, and then he's like, oh, I'm good. Gets everything pierced through him, and this guy, he's like, oh no, the thorns. I might get pricked. But hey, yeah, we finally found a use for him. What a pussy. I'm inclined to agree with you, Honto. This guy will fight all manner of spider and dog, but thorns? Can't keep up with that. Man, I kind of didn't want to save because I felt like I was in a weird position where, you know, it might be difficult in case I don't have enough ammunition to get out of it, but we've been making a decent amount of progress. Better be ready for anything. I don't think these are your average dogs. Oh, hey, Bismuth, you had the same color name as Honto, so I thought that was just Honto again. Welcome in. You did recommend this game, so we've been doing it for a bit. Has almost been 2 hours, though, and I'm thinking of packing it up, but I don't know. Again, we've been making progress. Oh, what is this? There seems to have been some fighting here, too. Someone has dropped a crossbow and bolts. Door's locked, far from rotten. I need to find a key. Alright. I mean, we've come quite a far way. Captain Scott Fox, welcome in. How's it going? I don't know if there's any other places that we can go to, though. It looks like from this point on, it's just that one doorway. Big chillin', nice. Good to hear. Are you familiar with this particular version of Alone in the Dark, The New Nightmare? I think I might go through for a little bit longer. We'll see. If I genuinely get to a part where I feel like I'm stuck, and I can't progress just because I've like run out of ammunition or something like that, I might stop. But vaguely, okay. Oh, skeleton key. That's got to open up that other door then. One would assume. I played a little bit of the home console version, but definitely not enough to be familiar with it. I don't even know if this is an accurate representation in terms of like how the areas looked or anything compared to the home console version, but had a tad bit of experience with it. Wait, didn't we go down here? We went down here. Maybe not. Did I go this way? Oh no, that's where we got the key. Maybe I went this way. Was it this door? I think it was the door. We fought what I would assume is like the final guy. When I took a look at the long play earlier, because I wanted to see where the shotgun was and everything, and it turns out it wasn't, in fact, a hidden item, but it was just like something you had to get later on, and it didn't appear to you until you were ready to move on to that point. Anyway, I saw that the long play was only like an hour long, so that's pretty damn short. I mean, obviously the person that was playing it knew what they were doing, but still, I can't imagine there's going to be like too much more. What is this? Ah, a set of crossbow bolts. Nice, nice. Look at that glorious sprite right there. That full face. An operating table. Unpleasant things have been taking place on this table, but everything has been cleaned up now. It's nice that they clean up after themselves. Fuse box on the wall reads door mechanism. Now we have to find fuses. Fuses and fuse boxes are the most overplayed, I think. Survival horror puzzle, if you could even call it that. It appears to be a small generator connected to the main power cables. It probably acts as a backup power supply in case the main laboratory power fails. I need some kind of protection before I mess with that. Oh, really now? Thinking maybe the gloves again. The gardening gloves. Maybe not. Maybe we need a whole new set of gloves. Small backup generator has been switched off. Oh no, did he do it? I think I might have just skipped over the dialogue, assuming that it was the same thing. Okay. I think I might have messed up something there, but oh well. Can we go through this then? Or what's the deal? Small backup generator has been switched off. We turned it off. It definitely was on before because it was animated. Oh, here's something. Small explosive device. Oh. Suppose that would come in handy. Whoa! That's a weird effect. It's the only thing that makes sense. Maybe not. I guess there was the fuse box. Can I put the bomb in the fuse box? That work? Oh, hey, it did. With the generator shut off, blowing up the fuse box seems to have cut the power. Oh, nice. Yay, we did it. And here I thought there was that door right next to it, but I guess it was powering up this one because it had the electricity buzzing around it. Crossing the bridge, caves can be seen far below. The route would seem to be downwards from here on. Yeah, some of these backgrounds and just like this guy wandering around reminds me of Limbo of the Lost, and that is not a compliment. I don't know what types of enemies those are, but they seem weird. We talked about it a bit. I think it's very impressive for a portable game. I think if I played this at the time that it released, I would have been very much wowed by it. I think it's still playable, but in this day and age, it's hard to play. It's hard to tell where I'm going. It's very simplistic, so that's good, but like, we had a hell of a time finding where we needed to go upstairs in the library. But you think it's horrid. Okay, well, I'm glad you recommended it to me then. You and Akuma. Did we have another game where it was like really shitty? I forget. Kind of boring. You know, for a portable game, I'm thinking of it in the time period that it would have come out. And, I don't think it's terrible. I mentioned it at the start, but I don't think any version of Alone in the Dark: The New Nightmare is all that well received. I think for like survival horror games as it is, I mean, you definitely have like your Silent Hills and your Resident Evils at the top, and I think this would be like a step below that. I feel like a lot of people that actually like survival horror games think somewhat fondly of it, but I think the general public seems to think that the games aren't that great. But honestly, with this particular version, again, I'm impressed with the mindset of it being in the time period that it came out for, the platform that it came out. But outside of that, like replaying it now, I don't think I would recommend anybody like actually check this out. I don't think you would. Well, yeah, you would have been able to. I guess you could save anywhere. So that's the nice thing about it. You could save anywhere, and it like saves your progress exactly where you were. I remember there were games though where it's like they had like save points or spots where you like couldn't save. I remember Dragon Warrior 3 pissed me off like that because there was a handful of places if you were in a dungeon or something like that, battery power was low, or you just had to like stop for whatever reason. It's like you couldn't or you'd lose your progress, and that was always a bad thing. Levering the rock causes it to move suddenly with a click, followed by a grinding from the slowly opening door. Ah. So, we have found it. Have you ever played this game to completion, Bismuth? Or have you just seen it or tried it yourself and said, oh, I'm good. I know what this is about. But yeah, I was talking about it too. I had a Game Boy Color as a kid, and I had a lot of games on there because it was a lot cheaper to get games on the Game Boy than it was to get for Super NES or PlayStation. So a lot of times when I would end up getting a game as a kid, it would be for the Game Boy. And yeah, a lot of times they didn't end up being that great. I was just talking about the original Conquer game. That game was horrendous. I appreciated it because it was a gift. But outside of that, yeah, it was a really bad game. And I gave it a try. I tried to play through that, and it was not good. But yeah, there were definitely a lot of things at the time where it was like, I think the developers tried to bite off a little more than they could chew. I think with this it sort of works, but yeah, it's a weird one. The path ahead is blocked by a wide and very deep chasm. Okay, well thank you for informing me. Stone pillar is as solid as a rock. Well, it is a stone pillar after all. One would assume that it would be. I only played it for about 24 minutes. It's not very long. I think probably by that time you can tell if you're going to actually enjoy it or not. Solid as a rock, you say, but can we do anything with it? I still haven't found a use for the lighter. There's a small hole at the base of the pillar. Oh, no shit. See if we could use a crowbar. Oh, wow. The crowbar is just used for everything. Pillar topples over, forming a bridge across the ravine. There we go. Yeah, see, the good thing about this game is that there's so many... I shouldn't say so many. There's so little items and things you can actually do that it's very easy to, like, kind of figure your way out through this. So it's Half-Life rules. Yeah, kinda. I think when he's real low on health, he starts, like, swaying more. It's kind of weird. Swaying in the breeze. Okay, hopefully there's not going to be any more combat situations, because I don't think I'm going to be able to survive anymore. Okay, what was that? Oh, it was a teleportation device. Oh. Naturally. One would have assumed just by looking at it. Okay, go back through the teleporter. There you go. be careful. You don't want to step in it again. Teleport too many times. You might turn out inside out. Let's see. This just looks like a room. Oh, there we go. A room with no exit. Bundle of dynamite with a fuse attached. Is that what that was? These tunnels look remarkably similar. I am not sure which way I should go. Well, I guess we'll just have to try. Looks like I took the wrong turn. Oh. Okay, then. I might save here just in case one of these ends up being like a, I don't know, combat situation or something like that. Because if it is, I think we took a wrong turn again. Here we go. Left, no. Wait, no, yeah, wait. Left, right. Forward. And... Nope. Can I go through here? Maybe? No? Actually, this is like the entrance again. And we're back at the start. Hold up. Let me look at that long play again. Okay. Just for expediency, I'm just going to see what this guy does. It's like peering into the future. It's no different from, you know, like the cards that you get in the quarry or something. Oh, let's see. He goes through the tunnel. I went left, down. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, it takes you to the exact same looking room, but you just have to go in a different direction, and suddenly, magically, you appear where you need to. So that makes sense. Okay, so hold on. I'm going to go through the entrance. Wait. Let's back out through here just so we could see if we could reset this. Go through here, go through there. Go up through here. Go here. I go left. I go left again. And then we go down. Hey, there it is. Embedded into the cavern floor is a beautiful gem. Wow, look at it gleaming. Once it is pulled from the ground, it begins to sparkle. Whoa, that's incredible. Isn't it incredible? Are you not amazed by this? I think it's showing me where I need to go. There's like a golden path now, maybe? I have to follow the yellow brick road. Okay. I think that was a potion. I might just use that now. Ah, it has revitalized me. There's that. I can't tell if this is a new area. I guess we're fighting things. Oh, that splitter split into two. Damn. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to, I get what you mean. This game is definitely hard in a way. I agree. I was trying to rack up as much ammunition as I could in that particular battle sequence because we were just fighting spiders, but... An ugly-looking statuette is perched on a large boulder. It must be... Align's... Abcanus statuette. Yes, that one. Oh, it's making the tricorder sound from Star Trek. Statuette seems to be protected by some kind of force field. Oh, shit. Can I use this? Apparently not. Maybe I could use the glowing gem. Shit. I think I just wasted all my ammunition. Alright, we're dead. I think there's something in there that we need to get. But, ooh, I don't know if I'm going to have enough ammunition for it. There is that section. I guess if you needed to, you could probably double back. And if you could execute that one battle again, that was nothing but spiders. I mean, spiders are the easiest enemy in the game. You could kill all of them and then rack up the ammunition, maybe. I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed because it feels like... Oh boy, yeah, this is a big battle too. Oh hey, I lived. I had just enough to actually clear that, and nothing else. Alright. Oh, what is this? It's an evil-looking totem pole, which seems to be generating some kind of force field. Oh, hey. Okay, here's the problem. I've got no ammunition left for anything else. Dynamite is positioned at the base of the totem pole. Oh boy. It didn't even give me a chance. Like, ammo popped up, too. Oh, no. Alright. Well, you know what? I think we might call it there, because I think I'm in a position where I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it just because my ammo conservation hasn't been all that great. Now, I've definitely been spamming the bullets, maybe if I was a little careful in that second battle there, but if there's like battle after battle in this particular area, and it seems like we're kind of approaching the end of the game, but I think if there's going to be multiples like that, it's going to be very difficult to get through. Now, potentially you could do what I had mentioned before, which was like possibly backtrack to a previous battle, that super easy one with the spiders, and then you might be able to rack up some ammo there because I saw they were giving you stuff like the crossbow bolts. I don't know if they give you any shotgun over there. I didn't have enough time to look through everything, but I think maybe that might be something you could do, perhaps, because I know you can re-trigger battles. We saw it in the library happen a lot. But that would require a little bit of time to like grind through that, and I kind of don't want to do that. I beat the final boss and accidentally skipped the final cutscene. It happens. Okay, well, good. I'm glad that happened. It seems like we actually fought what could have been the final boss that first time around, which was that that one dude. I forget his name. Mortley, something like that. I mean, I'm looking here. There is, like I said, that long play. Let me see here. Mute that for a second. Let's see. Okay, so there's this if we like really are fiending for the end of this game, because I don't think I'm going to go through and play through it, but that's kind of the area where we were. There's the dynamite. He's walking around. guess there's a cave in there or something. Can't tell if the game is silent or... Oh, it's muted. But there's still no sound even when I unmuted it. He might have he might have hit the totem pole. So then there's the statuette. Statuette, it's dark pulsing with evil energy and something more. It feels like something else is holding on to it, trying to pull it away from me or towards them. Oh, and then it gets teleported back into the thing, into the house. These rooms must belong to Morton. Alright, speed it up, Doc. A mysterious wardrobe. So there's more house fun. Oh, look! And... how did that battle trigger? Was he just wandering around the house? Oh, he literally just, like, stepped outside. Okay, cool. I think he's trying to leave. He's leaving. He's officially leaving the mansion. And he's walking. Curse you! You may have thought I was dead, but I will make sure that you never leave this island. With my statuette, I shall make you truly suffer, mortal. I'll flay the skin from your screaming body. Something me to let you die. I guess begging me. He's got... Oh, man, he is, like, down to the wire with the ammo, too. He's got 11 crossbow bolts. How many is it gonna take? And he's, like, really low down on health, too. Oh, my God, what's gonna happen? Is he gonna beat him? Holy shit, he did it. Made every shot count. Rot in hell, Morton. Fisk, my friend, you can finally rest in peace. Thank you, my friend. I can rest knowing my death has been avenged. Keep my amulet close and remember me. I'll never forget you, Fisk. I'll miss you, old friend. Farewell. There's still like minutes on the clock here. He talks to the girl. Plane, light of dawn reflects off the waves and the seaplane takes to the air. Can't wait to get back to the university to start studying the statue. I don't know how to tell you this, but the statue was destroyed in the battle with Alan. Is there even pieces of it? Destroyed, all those years of digging wasted. All the danger you were exposed to for nothing. No, we killed Morton and we avenged Fisk. Actually, I wouldn't say it was entirely wasted. Oh, he still has the gleaming gem. A few days later. Herald Times, millionaire vanishes. Press finally found out that Morton was missing. Do you think they'll ever uncover what really happened? The statuette, the demons, and the monster that Morton became. Even if they did, I don't think they would have believed it anyway. Would you? The end. Okay. And there's the credits. I don't need to say much about this. I'm going to pretend like I beat it and we're talking over the credits anyway. You know, again, we talked about it. It's sort of impressive for the time to have a survival horror game, you know, in the palm of your hands, as it were. It's a kind of unfortunate, I think, the action has to take place in these separate screens, but I mean, I guess you got to do what you got to do in order to get done what you got to get done. But yeah, it's rough around the edges, as I put it before. But you know, working with what they had, limited resources by a limited platform and trying to get a full game on there, a lot of people do talk about this game, you know, in a very impressed manner. And I could see why, because, you know, genuinely back in 2001 for a game on the Game Boy Color, it was impressive enough to be as functional as it was. It's limited. It's like a really trimmed down version. It's almost kind of the same way I felt about what was it? There was the Uncharted game on the Vita, and I'm like, whoa, this is almost exactly like the PS3. And when you start like looking at it in finer detail, you could tell all like the shortcuts and the streamlining done with it. But you know, it almost kind of gives you that impression that you're playing like the full console game. And with this, I mean, it's a slightly lessened experience, I think, especially because of the visuals, but it's sort of close. And I could see, I mean, it looks super shitty since we're emulating it. I did the best I could to try to replicate the original visuals. But that aside, I think they did kind of as good as what they could do with it. Oh,
Stick around.
I wasn't ready to hit that yet, but oh well. But anyway, yeah, it was impressive enough, I think. But yeah, it's still not a great game, and I can't say that I recommend anybody actually go through and play this unless you're like just really curious to see what they were able to do in terms of condensing down a console game into a portable format with some success. But yeah, not a great game by any means. But thank you, Bismuth, for suggesting it. It was an interesting playthrough. This game definitely still gets talked about a lot, even though I think a lot of people haven't actually seen it or played it, but it definitely has its own reputations. And yeah, a lot of that is actually positive. But that's going to be it for Alone in the Dark, the new Nightmare. We're not done with the stream. We are going to get into the Quarry once again. I think I'm going to finish it. I'm going to really push for that. So we'll go ahead and launch that up in a BRB real quick, and we will get right into that and pick up from Chapter 8. I think there's 10 chapters total. We should be able to knock it out. So the Tekken 6 PS Vita version is pretty impressive too. I have not played that. I remember there was another fighting game. Oh, I think it was Dead or Alive. And I remember a friend had it, and I remember looking at it and thinking that looks pretty slick. I had Killzone Liberation, or no, maybe it was Mercenaries. I think Liberation was like the original PSP. I had Killzone Mercenaries, and that was it was built around functionality with the PSP, but it was very impressive. There was a lot of games that were on the Vita, and it's a shame that Sony didn't really concentrate that much effort on it, but the console, for the size of the thing, was really able to like render things brilliantly, and a lot of the games performed exceptionally well. And I think when you had developers that knew how to kind of what they were dealing with, and especially if they were like first party things where they'd probably be backed directly by Sony, I think there was some very impressive games on that hardware. So, I mean, looking back at it, I haven't played the Vita in a while, especially a lot of its like first party titles, but I don't know if they'd be as impressive playing it today. But definitely at the time, it might have been a similar situation with our Alone in the Dark here. At the time, it was very nifty to kind of pick up and see something that it was a pretty dang close approximation to what you'd see on a home console. So I'm sure there were a number of games like that, especially in like the first couple of years where there was actually more interest in the Vita before it waned off. But yeah, the nice little console. So, but anyway, yeah, we'll do a little BRB, and we're going to get back into the Quarry, and we'll see about finishing it. So stick around. Arnold, are you back?
Stick around.